Greetings, Leech here. Today we're gonna bang out 3 separate farms that I'm gonna need. I've been working on a nice design in creative mode for a build that's gonna look awesome if it works out. But I need resources that I don't have, and I need a lot of them. So today I'm gonna try to take care of honeycombs, take care of vines, and take care of gold lightning. Oh, I didn't realize I actually used 2 of those 3 things in this build already. But yeah, we're gonna try to do those. And before I head over to our, come on, booger. Before I head over to our mushroom island to build things, I do want to address the fact that we're not going to be using RTX anymore. That thing, I wish I could use it all the time. When it looks good, it looks awesome. And when it doesn't look good, you can't see anything, or there's light glitches and other things. And I really prefer things being vibrant like this, so I think I'll just have to stick with this and only use the ray tracing for special little things every now and then, just for fun. There is still super annoying to be. Oh man, this farm actually works. Now let me put these blocks away and I'll head on over to mushrooms. Alright, I got hopefully everything together. Just throw these in here. Alright. So basic idea is gonna be that we'll have a little pit full of flowers and all the beehives around it. I want to set up a little system that we don't really have to look at. That's going to automatically use some shears on them, get us the honeycombs, and then take that. Let's see. Really, 3? Just one for a 4th color flower at least. Perfect. Okay. I fill up this area with all that random stuff. Hopefully, the bees would be happy not staying in this area if they're wandering off somewhere and dying. There's no real what do you call it, water nearby, so I don't think anything bad could happen to them. How do you know those? That's one of the reasons why that having the old village buildings here works really well. Because those things are as basic as you can get. Yeah. You're not gonna have a bee get stuck in one of these things. Maybe these, possibly, if they're dumb enough, but even then they couldn't die. Alright. I need to finish setting up this. I'll figure out where I want to put the house. I still didn't count them actually. Let's go take a look. 3 plus 9, right? Also 13. Sure. 13 it is. Yeah. Alright, OBS decided to be a little finicky with its noise gate settings and all that stuff. So some of the clips have been lost, but that's fine. I started building these. I need more trapdoors. The line seems to be working totally fine, except there's a little issue with... You gonna come back, buddy? There we go. Okay. Scared. Yeah, I think it's this one and this one. There was one instance where I logged off from the realm, and for some reason this decided to face the other direction by default. So there's something going on probably with the chunk borders and those not getting updated correctly when a signal is shot to it. How this basically works is, if we start from the beginning, we go here, this triggers... Sorry. Okay, go ahead. This triggers from here, takes a signal all the way down, which comes all the way here, and shoots in here, so we actually get money. Track goes mostly around the thing, and then it triggers again, which doesn't do anything. It's just going to keep going forward, triggering the next one, triggering the next one, until it turns the other direction at the end, which is where the other direction buttons come in. So this little detector rail, which we kind of just saw. Can I stop you? Nah. Whenever it triggers, this changes to go to the other direction. So when the track comes back, this goes straight across, making it faster for the car to get back home. So I think that's pretty good. Let me fill up all of these dispensers and plop down some beehives, cover up all this track. Also, I installed this little thing. I think I have to update how this works. Right now it's only unloading maybe like an item or two and then zooming off again. But I expect with 13 hives we're gonna have a lot of backup. Cool, cool, cool. Alright, I plumped down all the beehives, made a little covering, so now we have fence gates, we have our shears. These aren't fence gates, these are trapdoors, just to cover up the dispensers a little bit. And I also gave each of the huts a little hat, just so they look a little bit more like regular. Yeah. I've been running this for a few minutes, and you can already see there's these kind of things flying all over the place. Sometimes they pop out straight on top of the thing, even though there's a full block above the nest. So that's nice. All of this is gonna go to waste. I really don't care. I think this one was actually sitting on the trapdoor. Yeah, you can see another one. All this is gonna go to waste. I don't really care. Shears last forever with this kind of system. Oh, a little bit of loss. Not the worst thing. We have our collection system right here. I made this nice and cozy. You can see things are coming in just fine. I think this is after about 6 hours. This light will tell me if it's currently unloading anything, but I believe now, yeah, all the lights are off, so we're during nighttime. Let me just check. Yeah, we're getting to nighttime. And if we're AFKing here, we can just sleep through the night, get the bees back to work, and the system turns back on. I'll show the redstone real fast. Underneath here, we have a daylight sensor, which gets the signal out of this. We want to take out, I think this is set to 5 from the strength of that, so that we can only detect the signal when it's daytime. Because what we're doing is we're running this line straight over here. And if it's anything below 6, this is going to be turned off and we don't pass the signal on. Aha. And I'm using a simple comparator item frame thing to subtract from the signal. Yeah. Only tweak in here is that because I put a leaf block on top, that also takes -1 from the sunlight strength. So if you're not using leaf block over it to make it look nice, you'd want to set this to 6. Aha. On the other side of the signal, that's where it comes in from daylight, the signal goes up here and powers our line. Now, if however we have a bunch of stuff in the cart, I have 2 comparators here to detect the signal from these hoppers. Once it comes back, we'll see. There we go. So it stays here long enough to unload everything that's in there. And if it's still daytime, it'll allow for the signal to go back through again. And this seems to work pretty well. I think I might be able to simplify this a little bit. I've seen some other versions where they were able to do the unloader with only 1 comparator, but this solution seems to work a lot better for me. Yep, this is our honey farm, and now I'm gonna clean this up and start working on the next one. Sorry, I had to have a little nap since it's night. I'm gonna work this farm right. Next thing I want to work on is vines. Found this nice area right over here, which I think would be perfect. Whee! Ow. Alright. Vines we can keep out of the way. And I think what I'm gonna do is we got a nice little area over here, maybe 20 by 40-ish. Should be big enough. I'm thinking they're just vines out. So I'll go 20 this way and then 20 in every direction. So that is 20 by 41, I suppose. Wondrous. I went ahead and dug out the whole space. I think it's what, 4 or 5 blocks down. And started setting up the little areas where the vines will grow. Basic idea is pretty simple. We have all these vines that are growing from these. We're going to be able to take care of this one and this one, and we pass them. The only thing is, we still need to hook up a collection system, which is going to be water straight down here. And also, I need to get my hands on some actual shears because I am flying through these things. And we need something a lot more heavy duty than what we have over here. I'm thinking this is where we're gonna have the system bring up all the items, but give me a few minutes, I'll set it. Alright, we've got our system set up on both sides. We've got water coming in, a little nice water trough, for these. So everything leads to this middle block where I got soul sand already. I think if we just do this, I believe all the items should get picked up. I'm gonna test that now. I brought in blue ice, so the items should slide even though there's water right here. Alright, so we have 3 of these. Let's test with something. What do we have? Okay, 28 glowstone. If we dump them kind of randomly, do I get all of them back? How many? 28, perfect. Alright, that's a very easy way of doing this. Thank goodness these water elevators work pretty well. So, all I gotta do now is fill this up. Painful slowly because I didn't bring my ice. Right about there-ish. I'll do a little bit of that, and I'm gonna need to get my hands on a copper or two. Sure. Alright, now anything that comes in should land into that chest. I'll figure out what to do with this, which by the way is not connected to the water stream. It's mostly here for looks. So that works. I just need, do I have any signs? Darn, I don't think I can put a button on that, can I? Do 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 do. There we go. I'll straighten this out, but I think that works. Alright, one hopper, two signs, a pickaxe, 3 smooth stone, a bucket, and an axe. Whee! Ah, they flew over. Excellent. Alright. So the thing works, all we need is these blocks to control the water so everything goes in there. We got tools back, we got a smooth stone and the sign. I'm gonna call that a win. I'll clean this area up and start installing our rail line. Ah, what a rainy day. The farm is done. I'm hoping these vines will continue to grow down. I want to get this whole inside covered in. I put a couple extra layers of it, so if these don't want to go all the way, there's more there, there's more there. I'll keep slapping more on the wall until this whole thing looks absolutely green. Alright, so this is our final finished product. I put down the half slabs because I thought maybe some of the areas would be too dark, but then, silly me, I forgot we were on a mushroom island. Nothing would happen anyway. Alright, so I didn't make my absolute beast shears on breaking 3, mending, efficiency 5. I realized that if you're in a minecart, break speed is about half of what it should be, and you actually need the efficiency to be able to shear them fast enough. But I'll show you the route. It goes from here all the way around, zigzags, comes back. And from what I've tested so far, it looks like you need to pass these about 2 times, so meaning make 2 full loops. Right now we're gonna head over to the other side. It's gonna automatically bounce back, so I can take another run at shearing stuff. But you can see on the first pass you're not getting everything, even on the one line that you're paying attention to. I think it is somewhat related to the angle that I'm looking at, but it's not perfect. That's alright. There's a lot of vines and they grow pretty fast. Not to mention the mention that they're fine. Nobody needs this maze. So this goes all the way here, just for symmetry's sake. You can still snipe steal them on the way back. And on the way back I usually like doing all these bottom ones. That's the only thing, is you never want to take out some of those upper ones, because they're the seed lines and they need to be going down. So I just gotta go check after this whether I took one out. Alright, I'm not gonna go second loop. I'm gonna say we're almost done here. I think it's almost like a fun little mini game. Again, I'm not going for 100% efficient or accurate. If it works, I'm happy. See, I did it. Wait, nah, this was fine. Yep, I did not manage to destroy any. Don't fight it. Alright, good. So I've run through that a few times and let them grow again, and yeah, I think our vine situation is sorted for our next project that I wanted to get all this for. Happy with that. And as a bonus, I also did the third farm for today. It's a measly little thing, so I didn't bother showing you guys all the steps for it. Basically, all we're doing is you come down here, you keep facing the observer, bone meal grows, and you cut low like it. Extremely simple. Yeah, this tutorial I found on YouTube. But it kind of makes sense why it works so easily. All it's doing is the observer sending the signal back here, triggering the redstone that triggers a dispenser that grows glow like it. That's on its face. So the only thing with this farm is that I do need a supply of bone meal. And I just need useless white dye. Great. And this is how I'm supplying the bone meal. Blocks, yes it is. And that's the whole farm. Both of these still chew through shears, but at least they got the unbreaking and mending, so I'll be able to fix them up and use them whenever I need to. Alright, that's all 3 farms for one episode. I did spam also the floor with the glow lichen just for the heck of it. The only way to get out of here currently, since I haven't bothered getting an elytra, is by climbing the wall. Which is pretty awesome. Okay, so I haven't seen it happen here before. Let me see. I don't have any wood on here, of course. But you can see this one's actually facing the incorrect direction. So if we get ourselves a button, little strange. Right, give me a button, please. And we do the button, and that resets the track to go the correct way. I think in the end I may need to put a the sunlight sensor detector dealios on top of every single one of these spots, because that's been happening a fair bit. But now we can see it's being fixed. And the signal goes down the line, pop this one, this one. And yes, I'm still wasting an enormous amount of honeycomb, but I really don't care. And I'll show you why. If we go down here, ta-da! Continue, ta-da! This thing is pumping. That's probably already gonna be more honeycomb blocks that I'm gonna need for what I had in mind for my mystery project. Alright, I'll show you one more thing for this week. Alright, one bonus thing. I'm not gonna count as a farmer or anything that just really improves my quality of life is here. I finally set up the connection so things go from here all the way over there to be filtered. And the way I'm doing this is we have a rail line. So we have a little loader here that detects anytime the cart is fully up. Why are you not loading? I put these in, everything gets loaded in there. When this signal is strong enough, which it is looking for a signal of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 50 minus 6, so 9 or higher. So it can send it off even if you have partial stacks of things like potatoes or carrots that are most likely never gonna get filled up. It'll send it off, it'll go around the back and end up here, where we have a minecart unloader. And yeah, you can see I have a penchant for minecarts. So this works really nice. It detects when the cart comes in, it locks it in place. When it's empty, it's released again. And it goes down to all of these. The filter set up for everything I need. On this level, it looks like everything's all organized and neat, but it actually... there's a little bit of messiness with these middle ones. So some of those items, they're actually going into the same one, and I had to kind of fiddle around with the hoppers to get those to work properly. Oh, pain in the butt, but at least it's done. So now everything is neat. This first chest has like 4 different items. This one is literally only Nautilus shell. I got no use for them, but they keep coming in, so why not? Button flesh, copper ingots, and iron ingots. And yeah, all of this copper is literally just from this one spawner, so I've been here a while. Spider eyes, string, this one would be where the bones go to. And this is all the gear. Right now the spider thing is still pretty messed up looking. I haven't bothered finishing it, just because I don't need string that much, but I may connect it so it automatically takes care of all the mobs with a trident killer, but only after they fix issues that are in the trident killers right now, because I've already lost 3 tridents from this thing, so that's why we're only doing all the killing manually. And the best I know, they kind of just go straight through the earth and fall into the void when you relog. And that's not fun. So we gotta wait up on doing that. But I'm finally getting filtered products out of this, and I even put in a little test at the end. Anytime there's something in this chest that comes through there and goes in the hopper. Anytime the system gets backed up and we can't push this all the way to these chests, the light turns on, so I know I gotta start looking through my items. Easy, but nice and handy. That's it for this time. Hopefully next time I'll have everything set up for my secret project. I may need to get some more gold and iron though. I've used up basically all of it on making these three farms, which is kind of ironic. But yep, catch you on the flip side.